What had everybody else fired up and at least emotional was the end of the NBA on TNT the other week, man. After 35 seasons, it was the end of NBA on TNT, but Inside the NBA is headed to ESPN. So you guys are staying together, right?
Yeah, we're staying together. And, I've been getting a lot of flack about this lately because I have no emotions. Wasn't allowed to have emotions growing up. Okay. Of course, when certain things come in, like Kobe passing away, I cried like a baby. My sister passing away, I cried. My father passed away and cried. But other than that, I don't really have emotions. So everybody's sad and all that. But I turned it around and I just bring it into military style. What I mean by that is when I played in Orlando, it was 4 years. And you guys know military terms is 4 years. So I spent one term in Orlando.
Yeah.
I played 8 years in L.A. I spent two terms there. I played one term in Miami. I've been in TNT for 12 years. That's 3 terms.
Wow.
Now it's time to do something different. Like, Ernie, my good guy the other day, he kind of broke it down on why everybody was sad. He's like, man, we're not going to be able to see TNT anymore. And I was like, yeah, I understand, but we're still together. The 4 horsemen are still together.
Still it.
And it's time to go to a new Army base and take the fuck over. And I let everybody know that I'm going to that next network. I'm on their ass.
Yeah.
In quotes.
Who's ever in the way.
That ESPN?
I told him, I said, hey, whoever's in our way, we're on our. We don't know what the show's going to be. We don't know what it looked like, but us 4 together, I'm sure we'll be able to figure out. But
oh, man.
I don't get sad. I don't get happy. Yeah, so.
That's showing sports, baby.
A lot of people are like, hey, man, you need to show emotions. That's not healthy. My thing is I've been very successful doing it this way. Why would I change?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine me being soft, Jason and Travis. You want me to be soft? You want me to be soft?
No, man, we want you to be the diesel, baby.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do it.
I will have to ask you this. What's your favorite moment from the show on TNT?
Charles talking about the women from San Antonio.
Oh, my God.
And hold on. This is one for the intern to do it later when he's edited. And if you haven't seen Charles talking about women from San Antonio, here's a clip right here.
There we go, Shaq. There we go.
This guy's a pro.
They do have some big old women down there. I mean, come on now. See what you do to him.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure living in San Antonio, you saw it from a completely different angle, but that shit's hilarious.
We had a moment one time where, like they never call us in for pregame and tell us what they're going to do. But I get a phone one day, emergency meeting. So we fucking get there like 2:00, show's not till 7. You got all the big wigs come down. And it was like, Charles, you're talking about the women from San Antonio. We need you to apologize. And so Charles says, okay. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. So we get to the show and Ernie starts the show and he's like, Ernie, can I say something? He said, you know what? I like to joke around and talk about the people from San Antonio, but if you think I'm going to apologize, you got a whole other thing coming. And just went on. I'm telling you now, if you think I'm going to apologize, hell's going to freeze on you. You ain't got to like the show. You can fire me right now. I'm going to get paid. My car. Oh, he just went on. I was like, oh, my God, this is the best thing ever.
So good. So good.
I'm not apologizing for nothing. San Antonio is a great town, and y'all know y'all got some big old women. I just be joking. And he just fucking went on. I was like, oh, my God. He's the funniest guy ever.
In tears, man.
What was it like joining the show in 2011?
Yeah, compared to how it is right now.
I was nervous and I was terrible because I wanted to be on my Brian Gumble and use my hands. And the producer TK called me one day and said, "If you keep doing that, you're not gonna be here. We want you to be Shaq." And I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Fucking be Shaq." I was like, "Oh, I get to do that."
Yeah.
So once I realized that, I was able to just be myself because good game, bad game, doesn't matter. After the show, they want to hear experience, they want to hear stories, and they want to hear tactics from respectable people. Like, I don't know a lot about football. I'm listening to both of you motherfuckers. I know what y'all did. I'm listening. I don't give a fuck what you say. You should wear pink socks. The motherfucker should wear pink socks. Like, I know what. I listen. I've seen it firsthand what both of you have done in championship situations. So y'all are like, to me. So I know when you listen to a Shaq, he must know what he's talking about. Been there 6 times.
Hell yeah.
Barkley's a Hall of Famer. Kenny's won it twice. So, and then we add a little fun to it, a lot of humor to it. And I think that's what's always made our show great. I don't respect people that don't really know about this thing of ours. I will respect your opinion, but if you ain't really been there and done that, that's just me. Like, there's a lot of great guys that do a lot of great job of commentating, but if I can ask, how do you know? That means that you're a little bit unreliable. Like, you guys know. Like, you know what it is in the Super Bowl situation. You know what it is in the playoff situation. You know what it is in the must-win situation and a bye week and all that shit. You guys know. I don't know. I'm Shaq, but I'm Shaq over here in this world. Just because I'm a commentator don't mean I know it. So the fact that we all have that experience that people know we have, I think that, and then we're allowed to be ourselves, I think that's what, makes it very, very exciting.
All right, we're going to ask this. I know you've been asked this a million times. What's your all-time starting five, Shaq?
Curry at the 1.
Curry, okay.
Kobe at the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan at the 3. Tim Duncan at the 4.
Okay.
And me at the 5.
I mean, goddamn, that's
and
a good
nobody's beating that team. But I hate doing these lists because I don't know how your guy's going to edit it, right? But let's just say I did that to somebody that didn't like us, and then they'll lead it off with Shaq excludes LeBron, right? And it causes unnecessary beef.
That's not the way we do it.
Exactly.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I hate doing these lists because I don't want people to think I'm dissing them. But you ask me, my team, I need a shooter. Yeah. I need the best shooter in the world. Yeah. Second guy I name is a guy who I helped raise. I know he's a fucking dog. I know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And the other guy, Jordan, is the guy everybody looks up to. And
it's on everybody's list.
Exactly. I know Kobe going to be trying to do what Jordan trying to do. So you got Steph shooting threes when I get double. You got Kobe and Michael doing this inner thing. And then you got the big fundamentals taking that motherfucker facing you up, shooting off the glass.
Off the glass.
And then you got me. That's my team.
That's it. I mean, that's
a damn
fucking
good roster right there.
Hell yeah.
I always hate these lists just because I feel like it's hard to go when you're going different generations at least for football. Like, I don't know how guys that played in the 80s and 90s would fare up today, or especially guys that played in the 60s are going to play against modern day. Like, the game has changed so much, and I imagine it's similar in the NBA.
And I love those questions because there's really not an answer. Like, we'll never know. So basically, it's I seen a guy in the fucking barbershop almost come to blows. We're talking about if Jordan could play in this era. I'm talking about they was fucking really good. Motherfucker, and I'm just sitting there watching and that fucking Jordan could have played. No, he couldn't. It's just going off. I have a question for you, Travis.
What's good?
Has anyone ever hit you and made you kind of, I know you're not a punk. I know you're not scared, but has anybody ever hit you and made you say, okay, I need to watch out for this motherfucker because he hit me so hard?
Bernard Pollard got me my first game ever in the league. And ever since then, I was so much more aware of what coverages they were in before the ball was even snapped. Like, I told myself, I was like, man, I got to stay out of that situation. Right. Because I could have ran my route slightly different to avoid the aggressive head-on collision. He would have still lit my shit up, but I would have at least been going in a different direction than instead of looking back at Alex Smith going directly at him. That was probably the one time where I was like, I got up and was like, what the fuck just happened?
Got it.
It took me a second to realize, just because it all happened so fast. And I was typically a bigger guy in college amongst, the Big East and the guys that size. Bernard Pollard was 6'3", 6'1", 6'3", somewhere in there, and a big, old time, safety size. So when he hit me, I felt like a train just came through and just smoked me.
I'll give you two, Shaq. One, Brandon Spikes.
Ooh,
I went up against this dude. He played for New England.
I know, big
this
Brandon.
dude had the biggest, thickest head, and we're in training camp playing the New England Patriots. We're in training camp. We run this little pin and pull play where me and the right guard pull, and I'm supposed to block it, but he beats me to the hole and just decapitates the right guard. And I'm like, oh, we're strapping up today, boys. Put the mouthpiece in. That's the way it's going to be. Bro, you would hit him and your whole head would hurt. It was crazy. Damn. I don't know how. And then another guy, Gerard Davis, who played for Detroit, This motherfucker wouldn't even try and make the tackle. We would be looking at each other right before the play, like we know we're both about to hit each other, and he would just cut, and we would both like two Rams just playing in the middle of a field, butting heads. So much so that the ref came up to me after like the 10th play of us doing this. Like the whole game's happening, but outside of this whole game, it's just me and this dude, and we're just butting our head every single, and it's like, ha, ha, and the ref comes up to me in the huddle. He's like, man, you and 40 are really going at it. I'm like, will you tell him to stop? I'm like, all right. So it isn't just in my head. This is actually
this looks what it feels like.
Dog. I'm like, and this dude was hit so hard. I never understood. I'm like, dude, if you just tried to make a tackle, you'd probably be one of the best linebackers in the NFL. But all he wanted to do was knock people out. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was the league, baby. I had one more before we get to this last segment. I was going to ask you, I just came back to my memory. Growing up, like I know there was nobody that was really, you're the most dominant that's ever done it because of the size, your athleticism, your mentality. But was there anybody that you tried to like kind of channel or take pieces of their game and bring them to yours when you were growing up?
Great question. Shaquille O'Neal is a mixture of Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
David Robinson.
Yeah. Bro.
And Magic Johnson.
Nice.
You know, Kenny Smith said this the other day. He said, the reason why the league is the way it is because everybody's a product of their environment. When I was really started dominating, all the other centers would get scared and try to step out and shoot jumpers.
Mm.
Yeah.
So as I'm fading out, now you got the Dirks and you got the KGs and you got the Tim Duncans. They were phenomenal post players, but they also shot a lot of jumpers. So now the kids are watching them. Like when I was coming up, it was fucking jump hooks and drop steps and dunks. That's because I saw Mr. Patrick Ewing do it. You want to hear a funny story about Patrick Ewing?
Please.
I saw him the other day.
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick, I actually saw him the other day. He's like, man, we used to have some battles here. I was like, bro, you were my idol coming to high school. And his eyes got wide. He was like, for real? I was like, you didn't fucking know that you were my idol in high school?
You guys had so many battles. That's why.
Yeah, he was like, for real? I was like, Pat, I wore 33. I wore the fucking knee pads. That's because you did it.
Yeah.
Like he had no idea. So
that's crazy.
So I grew up watching those guys. And then, you know, I remember watching David Robinson run the fucking floor. Run and catch that alley-oop. So I went to my friend Joe Cavalier. I was like, we're going to try this play in high school where when the guy leans, I'm going to fucking spin and you throw it up. And did that in high school and college. And then Magic Johnson was a big guy that can handle the ball and, you know, make flashy plays. So those were the three guys that I tried to pattern myself after. And then there's one more guy, Ronnie Cycli. When he was in college, he used to dunk and get his knees up. So if you look at
that's where we got the Shaq logo.
Exactly. So I did that one time in the game in high school, playing against some little kids, and the whole gym got terrified. And I was like, holy shit. I figured something out. Yeah. So every time I dunk, I try to get my knees up, which makes you look powerful, makes you look like you're trying to tear the rim down. So that was, you know, it's crazy. Nobody's ever asked me a question, but that's who I, you know, pattern my game after.
Man, awesome. I love it. I love it. Who would have knew Patrick Ewing, baby?
Yes.
Legend.
This is our last segment, Shaq. We're going to rapid fire some questions at you. Feel free. You don't got to answer it. It's called We Gotta Ask.
Let's do it.
Do you remember your first dunk?
Yes.
How old were you?
16.
Everybody remembers their first one.
I was having a game. You know, remember I told you Magic Johnson was one of my guys? This game, I'm on my Magic Johnson shit. Tallest guy on the other team is 6 foot. So I'm going to get it, take off the glass, just lay it up. So I got 40 by the end of 3. So one time I cross the dude up and I finger roll it and I miss. And my father was the guy that's never impressed. Like he would be the guy that if I have 40 and miss 10 free throws, you should have had 50, pussy. So like I'm doing all this shit in the game trying to impress him. He's not smiling. So I cross the dude up, AI's to finger roll and miss. He walks on the court and his army fatigues. Timeout. Like we're in the middle of the game. Call a timeout. So I call a timeout and say, come outside. So I go outside. And
There's no way this is real.
This is real. I promise you this is real. So we go outside the gym, little gym, because you know my graduating class was 39, but from 9 to 12 was only 200 kids. Small gym, one side of the bleachers. You said go outside. Say, yo man, what the fuck you doing? So you know I'm all American, cool. It's like man, I'm just working on my magic. And before I can say Johnson, whap. Fuck Magic Johnson. Be Shaquille O'Neal and start dunking that shit. I'm tired of watching this shit. So now, and then again, remember I told you about emotions? It hurt, but I can't go in the gym crying.
Right.
Yeah.
But everybody, like all my boys already knew what the fuck happened.
Saw it on your face, yeah.
Yeah. So now I go in the gym and I'm looking at the coach and he calling the play. I'm like, fuck that play. Give me the ball. So he got me the ball and I'm bing. And now he's celebrating. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Kill that little
That's
motherfucker.
my son.
Yeah. You got a motherfucker 6'2". So after that, I was like, okay,
Dog.
that was 6'16" my junior year and I was 6'11". It's not that I couldn't dunk. One time I tried to dunk in a game and I missed at 6'11". So I kind of, everybody was laughing. So I kind of just, shied away from him. But he took me outside, bro, and touched me up. And I've been dunking ever since.
Bro, can you imagine the guy that was on the receiving end of this on the other team? Just like,
And listen,
God
my
damn
dad
it,
was.
Mr. O'Neal, why did you fire him up like this?
Yes. My dad was 6'8", drill sergeant, PT every morning. Motherfucker was solid.
Oh, my
Everybody,
gosh,
the
I
whispers throughout the entire community
yeah.
are just like, hey, listen, if you're playing Shaq, if his dad takes him outside in the middle of the game, just quit. Throw the towel.
Get off the court.
Throw the towel. It's going to get ugly.
But hey, it was like but it was like a smack that was heard throughout the gym because before I left, it was you teach cheerleaders. And as soon as I walked in, everybody was like
Eggshells.
That is such a wild story.
Everybody
That
was
is so
like-
amazing.
and I'm looking at everybody, and the coach is like, "Okay, we're gonna run." I was like, "We're not running that play. Give me the fucking ball. Give me the fucking ball, man."
Oh, I love this.
That's fucking legendary. You got a favorite dunk of all time?
My favorite dunk of all time was two of them, and I actually just seen this dude the other day, Chris Dudley, and he loved the helmet. And I was like, "Are you trying to fight, or are you trying to give me a hug?" He started laughing, started getting hugged. So
Nice.
I took it as a sign of respect when you didn't double me. So I'm back, and I don't even know who's on me. Like, they switch. I'm like, I know this ain't fucking Chris Dudley. So I take one little dribble, the double still not coming. I tell you, he's trying to, so I'm like, I take one dribble, like, the fuck? I take two dribble. I even carry on the second time. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers not coming? Now I gotta take that, and then just drop step, and then boom. And like, he was all on me, and I was like, fuck off me. and then my second favorite dunk was Game 7. Portland's kicking our ass. They are kicking our ass. So we come to the timeout in the fourth quarter, and Phil Jackson, remember I told you used to play with your minds?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, great year. They're kicking your ass. I'll see you next year. So now we're like, Kobe's pissed, he said it. I'm pissed, he said. I'm like, man, fuck that. Let's go on a little run.